When I say ambitious Touhou fan anime, you're probably thinking of the anime called Memories of Phantasm. But what if I told you there's an even more ambitious fan anime out there? It's called Touhou Musokakyo: A Summer Day's Dream. Originally released on December 29th, 2008 at Comic-Hit 75, it is an anime that is unique in several ways. First of all, it was originally called Touhou Anime Project, but soon said he didn't want people confusing it with an actual anime project, so they changed it to Touhou Secondary Creation Doujin Anime, which is a bit too long, so most people just call it Musokakyo. Now, unlike Fantasy Kaleidoscope, the art in this isn't the best, unless you count the backgrounds, which are absolutely phenomenal. No. What this is most notable for, and what you might not know, is its voice cast, which is comprised of some of the biggest names in anime. Suika, for example, was voiced by Aki Toyosaki, who would later, a few months later, go on to voice Yui from K-On! Yomu Kamaku was voiced by Aoi Yuki, who you may know as Madoka Kaname or Hibiki Chibana. Yuyuko Ai Kayano, who was Kirika in Symphogear. Tui, Yuka Iguchi, who was also Miku, a character in Symphogear named Miku. There are a bunch of big names in this. Kikuko Inoue, Mai Nakahara, Aki Toyosaki, which I just said earlier. Ayumi Fujimura, Miyuki Sawashiro, Ayumi Tsuji, Ri Tanaka. It is a sea of veritable A-list celebrities in a fan anime. Now, we don't know how they managed to get the funds for all of these crazy voice actors and voice actresses, but what we do know is that this is why it takes so long to be released. For example, episode 1 was released in 2012. Episode 2 was released that same year. The episode 2.5, which was in between 3 and 2, 2014, 2 years. Episode 3, 2016, 2 years. And then episode 4, 2021. That is almost 10 years. Episode 5 is currently in production. We don't know when we'll see it, but hopefully it'll be soon. And if you want to know who this is by, it's by the famous Doujin Circle Mike Haze, who you may know from doing a bunch of discography for both Touhou Project and other series out there. They did a lot of music, but this is their first anime project, so to speak. They've been around since 2006. And if you watch the official subtitles, they're actually by Kirby M, who proofreaded the translation. And if you don't know who that is, he's the person behind Waffles, or Waffy, or Waffles, those chibi things, who's very famous in the Hololive community right now. So, while it is only technically 5 episodes, if you count 2.5, I do highly recommend checking out this anime, if only for the ambitious work they put into getting all these A-list seiyuu, which, I mean, when I first came across this, I was bewildered. I'm like, oh my god, how did you afford this? And we don't know how they afford this. Maybe they have a few connections, maybe they have a few friends in high places, but whichever the case is, this is by far one of the most ambitious fan anime out there. And I highly recommend you check it out. Alright? Go support Mike Haze. They deserve all the love.